On the signboards, you can see a very familiar names to Japanese: Yamashita Park, Yamanote, Motomachi, and the Chinatown. This is a station for the Ishikawa JR, Ishikawa-cho station, the one of the starting places to enjoy the city of Yokohama, old traditional part of the city of Yokohama. If you take a walk toward that way, you can go through the popular shopping street. This is the gate to enter Italian garden, so called. This garden has a house of diplomats. Actually, we are at hilly part of hillside of Motomachi, right next to the Bay of Yokohama. When Yokohama opened to the outside countries in 1858, the traders, diplomats, military personnel started settled at this part of Yokohama. Why this garden or park, it's called the Italian garden park, is that for a brief period in 1880s, the Italian embassy located here. This is a Bluff 18th house. Used to be the residence for foreigner. The last half century or so, used by the residence of the Christian church people. Inside Western style 2-story building. Dining room. Looks like a living room. Piano. You can see part of the park through the window here. This place belonged to Christian organization until recently. Now open to the public as a kind of museum. This Bluff 18 house survived the earthquake and air bombing toward the end of World War II. There are numerous Western style houses still remain on the hillside of Motomachi. But now this house of diplomat to be called, is not the original house located here. This house was transferred from Shibuya, Nanpei-dai at Shibuya, to commemorate this Italian garden. This part of the house is the entrance hall. Uchida Sadatsuchi is the name of the diplomat. So he was assigned to United States, General Counsel of New York. Also, he was ambassador to Turkey. The architect of this house is American. Built at Nanpei-dai in Shibuya in 1910. And transferred to this part of Yokohama in 1990s. The numerous Western style houses still remain at this part of Yokohama, but this one alone was transferred from the rest of metropolitan Tokyo. Rapid westernization was in progress ever since Yokohama opened to the international arena. The architect for this House of Diplomat, the J.M. Gardner, he came to Japan from the United States to teach English at schools. But he had extraordinary talent to design houses like that. From here, because this is the hillside, you can enjoy the view of central district of city of Yokohama. You can see the residences here. Very nice houses. This area called Yamanote, the hillside. Rather expensive residential district of city of Yokohama. Upper class residences. Along Yamanote Hondori Avenue, no, not avenue actually, street, you see lots of Western style housings. And numerous schools. This is high school. Private ones belong to a private university called the Chuo University. And many churches, lots of churches here at this part of Yamanote district. Sacred Heart Cathedral. This is a Catholic church. This is the entrance to Sacred Heart Women's University. Belong to the Sacred Heart Church. This is Yamanote Park for neighbors. Yeah, this park has lots of up and downs. A nice place, surrounded by so many houses, but here you can listen to the birds. Very quiet park in the middle of Yamanote district. This stone monument indicated here is a birthplace of tennis in Japan. The tennis was introduced in 1870, just the third year after Meiji Restoration. But the recreation for the non-Japanese residents. The tennis court is a part of Yamanote Park. This park is the first Western-style park made in Japan in 1870 by the request of the Western residents. So this year is about 140th anniversary. Actually, last year, 140th anniversary of the Yamanote Park. This is preserved as Yamanote 68th house. Today used for the office of tennis club or tennis association. You can hear the voices and screams of boys and girls. This is the elementary school run by city of Yokohama called Motomachi Elementary School. Nice atmosphere for residents, and looks like expensive houses. This is the company corporate club for Nihon Yusen. And church. Nice place to live. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Actually, this is the place for many non-Japanese. So this kind of churches, all kinds available here. Here's a Union Church, Yokohama. This is the Barrack Hall, built in 1930s by the British trader, Mr. Barrack. This building survived the war, and after the war, used as a boarding house. This is inside the Barrack Hall. Very spacey. This building is said to be largest existent house. this? This designed by American architect. So a typical Western style building. Obviously. He's Mr. Beric. Actually, he went to Canada. After the war, this building was used as a boarding house for St. Joseph College. Right next to Berwick Hall is a house of Erisman. It's a Erisman residence built here in 1926. It's a cafe here. Upstairs is used now as a museum to display records of Yamanote district. And these pictures of Western style houses still existing even today. Bathroom, obviously. This is the main gate to Futaba School, the women's school, from elementary to high school. Very well-known school. So this is the cemetery of Catholic Church. Right next to Catholic Church Cemetery is Yokohama Foreign Cemetery. The Foreigners Cemetery are the names of people. Their bodies or spirit rest in peace at this place. Ever since Japan decided to open the country to Western powers in 1850s, there are thousands of people died in Japan. So their graveyards concentrated at this part of Yokohama called Gaijin Bochi in Japanese. We are at the lookout point overviewing Bay of Yokohama, Yokohama Bay Bridge, and you see the skyline of city of Yokohama. A concentration of high-rise structures over there. That is the central district of city of Yokohama. with the population 3.5 million. Yeah, we are walking through the very popular Motomachi shopping street. It's quite unfortunate, the rains. Even today is a Monday, on a weekday, there are many people, shoppers. They are all inside the stores. Already Christmas decoration started, even though this is just entered late November. From Motomachi shopping street, just other side of the river is one of 8 entrance gates of Chinatown. In Japan, there are 3 Chinatowns: Nagasaki, Kobe, and this Yokohama. Chinatown Yokohama, the biggest in Japan. This is the Chinese temple to enshrine Chinese war hero, Guan Yu, or Kangwoo in Japanese. There are many alleys full of stores, restaurants. This is one of them. Beijing cuisine, Shanghai, Sichuan, Guangdong, all kind of Chinese restaurants, but things available at this part of Yokohama. Would say 500 business entities concentrated here. And this is the main Kantei-gyo, temple to enshrine the spirits of Guan Yu 2,000 years ago in the book 3 Warring States. And this street is the main street of Chinatown. Some restaurants are very well known here in Japan. This is the eastern gate of Chinatown, Toyomo. This is a Yokohama Grand Hotel, built in 1930s after the Kanto earthquake. Very well known, exclusive hotel in Yokohama. Yokohama Marine Tower, just above 100 meters, and Hikawa Maru, the ship crossed the Pacific Ocean about 250 times. Now, museum. We are at Yamashita Park. You see a long pier. That is a grand pier of Yokohama for international cruisers. In front, the center of Yokohama Business District. That building is the tallest building here in Japan, just below 300 meters. The observatory at 69th floor, about 275 meters to enjoy grandiose view of city of Yokohama.